Welcome to Scio Qualis. My name is Paul Schroeder, and I am one of the developers responsible for bringing Scio Qualis to life. In this video, we are going to walk through a very quick overview that answers the question, what is Scio Qualis? Scio Qualis is Latin for I know what that is, the root of taxonomy. Scio Qualis is natural history collections management software that supports Darwin Core exports, including GBIF archive format. You can print labels and reports, including barcodes, with Scio Qualis, and it has a storage management module that allows you to track in the virtual world where your physical specimens are located. Future functionality will provide for reviews, and internally we use GUIDs or unique identifiers for all entities. However, we can also resolve external unique identifiers such as LSIDs, DOIs, ARCs, etc. The security for Scio Qualis is very robust. There's different roles that you can have, such as a read-only role, a reviewer role, a collection contributor role, a collection admin role, an institution admin role, and these grant various permissions depending on what your role is within a collection. So you can have different roles for different collections. You might have a friend in Europe that has granted you read-only access to their collection, and a friend at a different institution in South America that has granted you contributor access to their collection, which would allow you to write to their collection, not just read. And of course you would be the admin of your own collections. Scio Qualis is provided as software as a service, and for anyone not familiar with software as a service, it's a distribution model in which applications are hosted by a service provider, in this case Scio Qualis, and made available over a network, typically the internet. Your typical application scenario going back, say, 10 years would be the on-premise application model, where you're responsible for managing pretty much everything. Everything from the physical hardware of the servers to the networking, the patching and maintenance of those servers, and of course the databases and applications themselves. With going forward to current time, as well as say 5 years ago, there started being a big move towards this infrastructure as a service where someone else is providing the hardware expertise and the server maintenance and providing virtual machines. These virtual machines are then given to you, and you would put your database and your applications on them. But you're still responsible for things like the help and training. With software as a service, this is the model that Scio Qualis follows, where we manage about 90% of all those technical issues, leaving the curators or the collection managers to really focus on the content and the accuracy of the content. So our goal is to free up all of their time and resources so that they can really make great content and get out of what really isn't their core expertise of managing IT infrastructure. Scio Qualis is split into very numerous entities, starting on the left here with institutions. An institution can have one or more collections. The collections within there, you can search for all of the other entities. For example, there's a lot of criteria provided, such as published in year. If you were searching for a citation, you could say I want the citations published in 2007, and it would pull up those with hyperlinks to take you directly there. You'll also notice that each entity has its own icon. Pretty quickly you learn to associate the icons with each of the different entities. A little globe for higher and lower geographies here, for example. And clicking on those icons in the top menu bar will take you directly to those pages that represent the entities within the Scio Qualis application. So obviously we support specimens, very foundational to a collections management software, as well as taxa. I mentioned that localities are split into higher and lower geographies. And then you have person records, where you can say this person collected this specimen, this person prepared this specimen, things like that. Moving a little bit lower, we have observation events. The observation events are essentially the when something was collected, and the locality up above it is the where it was collected. Moving over to citations here, we talked about how you can link citations to things. So you can link a citation to a taxon to say this is where it was originally described, but citations can also be associated with occurrences or taxa to just say it was mentioned here, it was talked about here in this journal or this publication. Moving a little bit lower, we have photos. Photos are a really nice addition to the Scio Qualis in that you can upload multiple photos and associate photos with specimens or events or taxa. And a really cool feature that Scio Qualis provides is when the photo is taken with a GPS enabled device, Scio Qualis will automatically extract the EXIF data for the user, and that user can use that data to, say, define their locality. So it can give you the GPS latitude and longitude where that photo was taken. The reviews here down below are in orange because it's future functionality. It's not currently available. Labels and reports, we talked about how you can output labels and reports and for tagging specimens, and they provide barcodes, 2D barcodes. Connect and share is future functionality as well, as is transactions or loans and exchanges is really what that's going to be. Storage, we mentioned how you can track in the virtual world where the components of your specimen are located. That brings us pretty much to the conclusion of what we wanted to talk about today for the overview. And for more details or to take Scio Qualis for a test drive yourself, we certainly encourage you to come to the website and click on the register button, input a few pieces of information, and you're off and running. Thank you very much.